This play right here is an indication that this 49ers defense is going to be absolutely nasty and do some work this offseason, creating a bunch of turnovers. As we know, 49er starters did play with the defense against the Broncos starters, and we got to see Fred Warner, Talanoa Hufanga, Hargrave, Eric Armstead. We got to see a decent amount of starters on the day, but I want to show you why this particular play is an indication of how this could be a turnover machine. Let's take a look at it right here. So as we start, it's going to be a run off the left side. Nothing too crazy. Here's a short gainer, and it was basically a fullback dive. But what I want to indicate and show is the nastiness by two of your big time starters in Fred Warner and Talanoa Hufanga. So as you can see, the running back is going to get held up a bit. And look at what Talanoa Hufanga does. He actually keeps him off the ground, gets his arm underneath the running back's left or right arm, and rips it. So he completely takes away the running back's ability to shield the ball. And then what does Fred Warner do? He comes in like a madman trying to punch this thing out. As we've seen from Fred Warner in the past, he is a menace when it comes to punching that football out. And the fact that you got these two guys trying to do the same exact thing and working in tandem of basically Talanoa Hufanga ripping the arm away and then Fred Warner coming in like a heat-seeking missile to try to punch that ball out, this is going to translate into tons of turnovers. And when this is the mentality of your, two best players, two of your best players on the defensive side, that is going to permeate across the entire defense. So when I look at this particular play and you see the aggressiveness, and again, this is a preseason game, it's going to get ratcheted up with higher stakes and more on the line. This defense really does have an opportunity to be nasty, and they did show it on not just this play. There were other plays that we're going to break down here in a second, but it was absolutely apparent that this defense is playing with this different type of nastiness. Now, they've always been a very physical, very aggressive team, but this is just a glimpse into what we are going to see from these guys. I mean, it's coached when you got a guy, you wrap him up, you hold him up, and then the rest of the defense swarms and tries to rip at the football. This is going to absolutely translate into turnovers. And if this team can continue to do stuff like this, it's only going to be more complementary to the 49ers offense and, again, contribute to them winning football games. These guys, man, really are just ultra aggressive. Again, Fred Warner, Talanoa Hufanga. The tackle's been made, but Talanoa Hufanga rips up that arm. Look at him torque that arm, not twerk. And you can see him just rip on that arm right there. That is intentional. It's intentional to allow Fred Warner to come into this mess and punch that ball up. Because as you know, running backs are going to cover the ball for the most ball security possible. Look at these guys are like ravenous, hungry lions trying to take down their prey. Like, look at these guys, man. This is a preseason game, and they are just it's like they smell blood in the water, and they're doing whatever they can to eat. And it's indicative of what I think the mentality of this defense is going to be this year. I'm really looking forward to it. I think this defense is going to be special, especially when the 49ers sign Nick Bosa and we get Nick Bosa back in the mix. Oh boy, get your popcorn ready. Hargrave already looks like an extremely welcomed addition. It's going to be a fun year for the 49ers.